Lieutenant Commander Lyra Frost, a 32-year-old Ukrainian military strategist, sits at her...
All right, everyone, let's get started. What is the status of the operation in Sector 4?
Commander, we are experiencing some resistance, but progress is being made.
Lyra's team, consisting of experts in various fields, present their findings on Iran's terrorist network.
Lyra reviews the intelligence reports, identifying key targets and vulnerabilities within the terrorist network.
Lyra decides to focus on disrupting Iran's supply chain, which she believes is the backbone of their terrorist operations.
Lyra's team begins to develop a comprehensive plan to infiltrate and sabotage Iran's supply chain.
The network is funneling everything through shell accounts in Oman. The contact is moving the funds by the morning. You need to intercept the transfer before 0600 hours, Commander.
Lyra's team uses the information from Nightshade to pinpoint the location of a key Iran terrorist hideout.
Lyra and her team conduct a reconnaissance mission to gather intel on the hideout's layout and security.
Our plan is to infiltrate the hideout using a combination of stealth and deception.
And we must ensure the extraction.
Lyra and her team put their plan into action, infiltrating the hideout undetected.
Lyra's team begins to sabotage the hideout's equipment and disrupt their communication networks.
Lyra and her team encounter unexpected resistance from the terrorist operatives within the hideout.
Team A, move to the south entrance. Team B, flank the perimeter. We need to secure that hideout now.
Lyra and her team regroup outside the hideout, where they are met with a surprise Tates. A group of Ukrainian special forces has arrived to provide backup.
Lyra and the special forces work together to secure the perimeter and prevent any further terrorist escape. Lyra's team and the special forces launch a joint operation to dismantle the entire terrorist network in Ukraine.
Lyra's team uses advanced technology to track and disrupt the terrorist network's communication networks.
Lyra's team conducts a series of targeted raids, taking out key terrorist operatives and capturing valuable intelligence.
Lyra and her team receive intel on a high-value terrorist target, a notorious operative known only as the Architect.
We have one chance to capture the Architect. Follow the strategic points on the map. Execute stealth protocols immediately. Lyra's team tracks the Architect to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city.
I've analyzed your patterns, Architect. Your escape routes are neutralized. Checkmate. Security is waiting for you outside.
Lyra's team extracts the Architect, who is taken into custody and subjected to intense questioning.
Lyra's team analyzes the Architect's intel, revealing a shocking connection between Iran's terrorist network and a rogue Ukrainian politician.
Lyra decides to investigate the politician's involvement, using her team to gather evidence.
Lyra and her team conduct a series of undercover operations, gathering evidence of the politician's corruption.
Lyra's team presents the evidence to Ukrainian authorities, who launch a formal investigation into the politician's activities.
Lyra's team works with the authorities to build a case against the politician, using the evidence they gathered.
The politician is arrested and charged with treason, marking a major victory for Lyra and her team.
Lyra's team reflects on their accomplishments, knowing that their efforts have made Ukraine a safer place.
Lyra, your promotion to Colonel is well-deserved. Congratulations on the team's success.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the trust.
Lyra is celebrated as a hero in Ukraine, with parades and ceremonies held in her honor.
Lyra uses her newfound influence to push for further reforms and counterterrorism efforts in Ukraine.
Lyra's team is tasked with developing a new strategy to counter Iran's terrorist activities in the region.
Lyra and her team conduct a thorough analysis of Iran's tactics and weaknesses.
Lyra develops a new plan to use advanced technology to disrupt Iran's communication networks and sabotage their supply chain.
Lyra's team begins to implement the new plan, using advanced drones and cyber warfare to target Iran's terrorist network.
Lyra's team encounters unexpected resistance from Iran's cyber warfare experts, who launch a counterattack against Ukraine's systems.
Lyra takes charge, using her tactical expertise to outmaneuver the Iranian cyber warfare experts and secure Ukraine's systems.
Lyra's team successfully disrupts Iran's communication networks and sabotages their supply chain.
Lyra's team receives intel on a high-value target, a senior Iranian official known for his involvement in terrorism.
Lyra decides to lead a team to capture the official, using a combination of stealth and strategy.
Lyra's team tracks the official to a heavily guarded compound in Tehran.
I anticipated your move, Commander. This room is now under my command.
Lyra's team extracts the official, who is taken into custody and subjected to intense questioning.
Lyra's team analyzes the official's intel, revealing a shocking connection between Iran's terrorist network and a global crime syndicate.
Lyra and her team conduct a series of undercover operations, gathering evidence of the crime syndicate's corruption. Lyra's team presents the evidence to international authorities, who launch a global manhunt for the crime syndicate's leaders.
Lyra's team works with the authorities to build a case against the crime syndicate, using the evidence they gathered.
The crime syndicate's leaders are arrested and charged with various crimes, marking a major victory for Lyra and her team.
Lyra's team reflects on their accomplishments, knowing that their efforts have made the world a safer place.
Your team performed admirably. However, a new global threat requires immediate attention. Understood. We're ready.
The AI demonstrates a critical vulnerability in the localized quantum stabilizers.
Can we exploit that weakness without risking system collapse?
Lyra develops a new plan to use advanced technology to infiltrate the corporation's systems and disable the AI.
Lyra's team begins to implement the new plan, using advanced drones and cyber warfare to target the corporation's systems.
Lyra's team encounters unexpected resistance from the corporation's cyber warfare experts, who launch a counterattack against Ukraine's systems.
Lyra takes charge, using her tactical expertise to outmaneuver the corporation's cyber warfare experts and secure Ukraine's systems. Lyra's team receives intel on a high-value target, a notorious hacker known for his involvement in cyber terrorism. Lyra decides to lead a team to capture the hacker, using a combination of stealth and strategy. Lyra's team tracks the hacker to an abandoned server farm on the outskirts of the city.
Your firewalls are down. Your anonymity is gone. We have you now. Secure him.
Lyra's team extracts the hacker, who is taken into custody and subjected to intense questioning, marking the final victory for Lyra and her team.